The following is an ESG Lab video.
I'm Terri McClure, a senior analyst at ESG.
And I'm Kerry Dolan, an ESG Lab analyst.
We're here today to talk about Connected Data Transporter, a private cloud file sync and share solution. It used to be that IT would provide the business technology we used, like the type of devices we used, how and where we accessed our data. They'd set up centralized managed file shares so we could easily share documents. IT would provide our laptop, pagers, and phones. But we've come a really long way since then. Users are bringing their technology of choice to the business environment, first with smartphones displacing BlackBerry, and now with tablets, phablets, and even wearables are starting to come in. It seems that every 5 years or so, a disruptive technology is being adopted by users, and IT is challenged to either adopt this new technology or find a better solution in order to keep control of its business data. So one of today's disruptive technologies is the use of consumer cloud file sync and share solutions, which is largely being driven by the need for 24/7 file access on any device anywhere in the world. Now a company's private data is being moved into the cloud by its users at an alarming rate and against the wishes of the IT department. This introduces significant risk to the business because there's no control over what data is in the cloud. Sensitive data could be out there and leaked or even lost for good because it isn't appropriately protected. And employees that leave the company, they continue to have access to that data because it essentially left with them in their personal account. There's been significant adoption of corporate enterprise file sync and share solutions these past few years. In 2014, 73% of the organizations we surveyed either had solutions in place or they planned to within 2 years. Now, most of these initial adopters have still only deployed at the individual or departmental level as companies really figure out how mobility plays out across the enterprise, but it's still big adoption. Most of the companies we surveyed are looking for solutions that give them the ability to store some or all of their data on premises. Now, Kerry, Connected Data Transporter is an on-premises solution that's made its way into the enterprise, and you recently tested Transporter and wrote about it from a lab perspective.
Yes, I did.
Can you share some of the highlights of what you were looking at?
Sure. Connected Data has a range of transporter appliances, from the entry-level Transporter 15 up to a 24 terabyte rack mount device for 150 users. They're very easy to use, like popular public cloud solutions, but because they use a private cloud, they're more secure and enable IT to maintain control. We tested some of the user and administrative features of the Transporter 75, which includes business class features like redundant hardware, encryption, SSD metadata acceleration, single instancing, and integration with Microsoft Active Directory. Transporter integrates with the native Windows and Macintosh Explore and Search capabilities, so users get a familiar experience and can organize their files however they want. Each user has a Transporter desktop folder for syncing and sharing with internal and external users. Data is automatically synced to cache on local devices for fast local access and multi-site redundancy. Transporter provides a lot of collaboration features, like notifications that are sent when a shared document is changed. We tested versioning by having 2 users modify and save a document at the same time. By altering the file name on one version, Transporter lets the users know a file conflict needs to be resolved. We also restored a file version by selecting it from a time-stamped list. In addition to standard links, Transporter has direct links that transfer files without uploading to connected data servers, and these are used for additional privacy. The Transporter mobile client for iOS and Android devices automatically syncs only metadata and thumbnails instead of complete files. This keeps users from experiencing delays as they move among different networks and also prevents unnecessary bandwidth consumption. Administrators manage the complete Transporter deployment, and our testing looked at advanced features like device monitoring, factory reset, data protection, and network configurations. A really key feature for businesses is Active Directory integration, giving IT access control while giving users the advantage of single sign-on. And when integrated with your in-house NAS devices, Transporter replicates any changes to the AD server, like changes to users or file access privileges. Many organizations believe a secure private cloud solution is beyond their reach, but Transporter proves that isn't the case. Its distributed architecture and flexible device deployment make it a multi-level file sync and share solution that lets organizations deliver the right features for different groups at the right cost. Connected Data's transporter can keep employees from rogue public cloud file sharing while delivering the features users want with the security and control that IT needs.
Thanks, Kerry. That was really great. It's really important to balance IT control and usability so IT can secure data and users stop bringing consumer solutions into the enterprise. Now, as Kerry has shown, connected data seems to have really done just that. It meets the needs we've seen from enterprise IT. It's on-prem, so you don't need to worry about who's holding the encryption keys or unauthorized access to data. There's no subscription fee creep for extra capacity, and now you can even leverage your existing NAS investments so there's no rip and replace. Connected data allows IT to sync data all the way from the mobile device to the NAS storage without using a VPN, and that delivers all the cloud service benefits that users are already familiar with. If you'd like to learn more, please download the ESG Lab Test Drive at www.connecteddata.com.